Legacy. Looking back on the things that you leave behind as a person, these are things that I would have never gotten to see had it not been for my accident. My name is Kari Miller. I was in the United States Army, and I was a sergeant. There were a lot of struggles in the military. Basic training was so difficult. But at the same time, it's weird because you go through it and you fall in love with, like, even the drill sergeants who were yelling at you. And I always felt like, I know things are hard, but if one of those other guys could do it, then I could do it. I was coming home from a holiday celebration and a drunk driver hit me going 80 miles an hour. I remember bits and pieces. And I remember the noise, like the screech, like it's really loud. And I remember the feeling of being like sliding sideways. And then I woke up and the top was off the car because the fireman had cut it off. And I remember him, saying, your legs are trapped or whatever. And I was like, if you got to cut them off, just get me out of here, And I said, I'll forgive you. When you're in the military, you are part of a family, you're part of a bigger whole, and sports helped me through the transition from military life to civilian life in many, many different ways. One of the things that sports did was I always had somebody around, always had that support. I always had that person to go to, that camaraderie that, otherwise I would be missing. After my injury, I tried just about everything. I've tried quad rugby. I've done sitting volleyball, wheelchair basketball, rock climbing, canoeing. Volleyball was I fell in love with it. From that point on, that's been the thing that I stuck with alongside other things just to keep me in shape, I ended up getting 2 medals, one silver in Beijing and 1 silver in London. But the best part about Beijing was it opened up an opportunity for me to coach and to train people for the Paralympic military program. The sport took me to a place where I was able to give back. And I think that was the biggest high point in my entire career.